touch of the gloves underway. Hubbard, the favorites in the blue. Immediately a stiff jab from Dakota Bush in the gray.
Yeah, you saw Dakota Bush before the fight started. I mean, the man was like a wild man, pacing back and forth, jawing away. Could not wait for this fight to get started.
Well, these guys aren't wasting any time, as the two did in our last fight. Heavy combination. Bush with another right hand.
Bush doing a great job with that lead hook. He's throwing not a jab, it's more of a check hook. He's just winging that hook out there, and it's landing several times, and then he's landing the calf kick on the other side of the body.
I tell you, Bush looks good. So far, so good. I mean, 40 seconds in, it's a little early, but as I say, he said this week, he said, once Hubbard feels my athleticism, he's going to shoot and try and take me down. And so far, Bush is showing a lot of skills. A big variety in the strikes, spinning back fists, excellent kicks.
What's working really well is he's being first. He's just not waiting for Hubbard at all. Hubbard's almost waiting for him.
On the flip side, Hubbard might be like, okay, we got the new guy, he's all excited, you know, let him punch himself out, get over the nerves a little bit, because that is an issue. You know, you've wanted to get to the UFC for a long time, now you're here, you got to control that nervous energy, you know, you got to pace yourself as well. Now, I'm not saying you can't go this pace the whole time, but you do still have to pace yourself.
Now Hubbard putting together a combination. Bush got the call last Saturday. Found out he'd be in the UFC, says it's a lifelong dream achieved. And he's got no easy task in front of him in the form of Austin Hubbard to start things off. Nearly 2 minutes in here. Each fighter staying busy.
Ooh. Bush not being too tricky. He's keeping it basic. Left hooks, right low kicks, and 1-2s. And it's just being first is really paying off for Bush so far. Hubbard's doing a good job keeping his offense, keeping his defense going, and just really pressuring, trying to stay calm.
Yeah, he talked this week about the left hooks, as I said. He said he's going to bite on the feints, and that's essentially what he's doing. Doing a nice job of chipping away at those calf kicks as well. But I got to say, Austin Hubbard standing there, he's controlling the range, he's taking the center of the octagon, and he's firing back as well. We're doing a lot of talking about Dakota Bush. Obviously, it's his debut. Austin Hubbard, nice kick and a good left hook.
Hubbard weathered the early storm and now seems to be controlling the pace a little bit more. Oh, heavy body shot from Bush. I think we have an eye poke here.
Here, over here, please. Right there.
And right back underway, 2 minutes to go, round one.
Dakota gets a little wild when he swings, leaves himself open for counters. He's got to watch that. He's got to tuck the chin and try and just neaten things up a little bit.
I mean, Bush was keeping about almost double the work rate, and now we've seen Hubbard really close that gap as the rest of this round has come through. He's picked up his pace and really made the reads on Bush, it looks like, Hubbard.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. You've got this new guy. You got to see what he's about. You got to let him get that nervous energy out of there. You know, get rid of that initial surge of adrenaline. His first time in the UFC. You know he's going to come out and be, you know, a handful to deal with. Now things have kind of slowed down to a more regular pace. Bush is looking for that spinning back fist 3 times now.
He's got good timing on it as well. Hubbard's doing a really good job staying composed, though. That's what I'm saying. Just like you were saying, Bisping, he's just nice and composed, but you can't sleep on Bush because he's throwing up heavy hands right now to get him out of there.
And he's very explosive, as you say, heavy hands, very fast. And if one of those connect, one of those wild left hooks, one of those spinning back fists, you know, that's going to be trouble for Hubbard.
And Hubbard has proven to be as steady as it gets. Max Roshkop had his moments in round one, but Hubbard was right there, right after it.
Oh, absolutely.
He's been patient, been able to go into the deep waters. And
it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Right.
You know, and so far, as we saw, Bush came out pretty hard, but he settled down a little, and Hubbard now is, you know, getting back into this fight, having more success.
Yeah, both these guys have eaten each other's legs up early in this fight, so see how the second round goes. What adjustments are made in the second because of the leg kicks and the left hooks of Bush?
More combination and a takedown for Hubbard as the horn hits. 8 Eastern before the pay-per-view for purchase on ESPN+. Big right hand early in round 2 for Dakota Bush.
Yeah, an interesting finish to the end of round 1. Hubbard got a takedown with pretty much no resistance, you know, put him down very quickly. And even though Bush has wrestled his entire life, the 2 fights that he has lost in his professional career came from him getting kind of out-wrestled. We see him here trying to be offensive with the wrestling, but as I said, Hubbard got that pretty easy. And maybe, you know, because Bush is, you know, so wild on the feet, maybe we're going to see a heavy takedown game approach from Hubbard now.
I mean, you got to really credit Hubbard on that takedown and the timing of it. It was the end of the round. The round was semi-close on the numbers, and he went for the takedown to really create some sort of momentum in his direction, and really the timing of it. It was the end of the round. He hadn't tried one takedown yet, and then left the opening for it because Bush didn't see it coming. He thought he was going to strike with them.
Yeah, timing is everything.
In Hubbard's previous 5 UFC appearances, he has yet to win a round 1 in any of them. Rode out the early storm, looked pretty good in the latter stages of round 1 there.
What I really noticed was each guy on the stool. When you looked at Bush, he was breathing heavy, like his first time in the UFC. When you look at Hubbard, he was calm, cool, collected. He was not breathing hard, and he looks the same in the second round. He looks calm, cool, collected, picking his shots, and he's waiting for Bush to get tired is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, and you see Bush now going for a lot more takedowns. That's going to tire him out even more. And as you said, Dom, he was breathing very heavy in between rounds. In the fights that I've seen of his prior to the UFC, he did a good job of maintaining the same pace throughout the 15 minutes. But as we know, he took this fight last Friday, 1 week's notice. I mean, I'm sure he's training, sure he's in shape. But it's one thing being in shape and another one being in an 8-week-long training camp shape, fight shape. They're 2 very different things.
And look how smart Hubbard is to go for the takedown now. He waited for Bush to get a little bit tired, take some of that fight out of him in the first round, and then you time your takedowns without having to use any energy because the guy's already tired when you shoot on him. Smart game planning by Hubbard and good tactics right now.
How about for Dakota Bush? He's 26 years old. His father was an amateur MMA fighter. We're getting to the point where their father's a family effort.
Brendan, I've got 3 kids, and they all said that their father was an MMA guy. Are you trying to call me old? Is that what's going on down there?
We're all getting there.
An amateur MMA
guy. Nice one, Dom.
Keeping the pressure, half guard going. Good job by Hubbard, just keeping that, just taking the air out of Bush's lungs.
Yeah, you can see the look on the face and the heavy breathing, the complacency, you know, it's the failure. It's the beginning of the end, you know, because you can have all the skills in the world. You can be the best wrestler, kickboxer, jiu-jitsu guy, whatever. If you're tired, none of that matters.
And for Austin Hubbard, on a full camp, getting ready for a fight in Las Vegas in Denver, Colorado, training at elevation. Pace has never really been his issue. Coming up on a minute to go, round 2.
Oh, nice elbows though by Dakota. Yeah, really good. Couple found the mark, and there's some pop in those shots as well. So he's not done yet. They're still fighting this guy. Just going to get back to his feet, which he
nearly did.
Almost did.
Oh, that was a good scramble situation. He was close to coming on top of and just kind of gave up right at the very end of the scramble. And now he's mounted. Not a fun position.
30 seconds for Hubbard to work from top position.
Austin's going to go from
here. Then goes to a big elbow. Bush trying to push off the fence. He'll last to see around 3. Breathing hard.
Whoa, that was nice. You see, Dakota still explosive, still dangerous with those strikes.
Counter left. Heavy shots. Hubbard swinging back big.
Yeah, triple jab, overhand right. I mean, as Coach Montoya was saying, Hubbard's watching for that overhand right coming to get him out of there. He's pretty much got to get this job done. At least drop Hubbard probably in this round to really get a 10-8 round. He's going to have a chance probably.
Showed you the live odds, more than minus 2,000 in the favor of Hubbard,
nice.
but now on the back,
Kick
got a
the
hook
legs
in.
out.
Hubbard able to reverse it pretty easily.
to your point, Dom, I think, I mean, it was close. Obviously, Hubbard got the takedown at the end of the first round, but there's a chance, or there's a discussion that Bush got the first round, definitely lost the second, and he's under ice.
He had a very powerful position. He did have the back, and he tried to butterfly the legs and just take the back, but he didn't have his hands locked, and so Hubbard did a good outside, because now you got to work twice as hard to get up.
Tried hard, but now he's got old Mother Hubbard on top of him, dropping down elbows. It's not where you want to be.
Flat on our back here. I haven't seen Bush use the fence to get up once yet either. I mean, maybe add that into our arsenal a little
Kick
bit.
off the fence right now. I know he moved.
You usually want to climb.
Feet on the fence and explode off. You can make some separation.
Which we saw earlier. Now he created a good
reverses
scramble.
Position.
In a triangle scenario.
Well, Bush tried to kick off the fence at the end of round 2. Time kind of ran out. Hubbard had more than 3 minutes to work full mount position, but Bush able to reverse it and get out of the triangle. See what he can do as he tries to swing to the back.
Yeah, that fence is the enemy of Dakota Bush right now. He wants to go round a little bit further so he can fully get on the side. But he knows now, Dakota, pardon me, he's fighting with a sense of urgency. He's fighting like a guy that feels like he's down on the scorecards. I mean, A for effort, for sure.
Yeah, Bush isn't out of this, and he hasn't completely gassed out. He's totally in this fight. He's just a little behind on the decision-making against Hubbard so far. It's not the lack of fight. It's just decisions in small opportunities that weren't taken advantage of.
Yeah, this is an even fight. You know, I mean, Hubbard's pulling away, obviously, with the grappling transitions. He's getting solid position. He spent some time in mounts. You know, he's done some damage with elbows. But yeah, absolutely. Dakota Bush is still in this fight, and, you know, it's very competitive. Active in the fight.
And you're right, Big Sping. I think that first round could have gone either way.
Yeah. But I think Hubbard got the last 2. Well, he did, definitely.
And he'll end the fight in full mount as Bush trying anything from bottom position.
All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Austin Thud Hubbard.